Hey, what's up guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at this video footage of flying pyramids slash triangles above U.S. Navy warships back in July of 2019. Article here from yahoonews.com goes on to say Pentagon confirms leaked video footage of UFO buzzing Navy warships is genuine. And that leaked footage came out via Jeremy Corbell, and you can find his original video over here at his YouTube channel, linked below down in the description box. And he also has a website, extraordinarybeliefs.com, which is right here, tells more about the story, which that link too is below in the description box. But I want to take a closer look at the video footage and show you guys what I found. If you follow this YouTube channel, you've heard me talk about these triangle crafts or these types of triangle crafts for many years. You guys send me photos and video footage of crafts in the daytime sky, in the nighttime sky, and a lot of them are pyramid shaped, triangle shaped, however you want to interpret them. The ones in this video do appear to be some sort of a triangle shaped craft, and they appear to be defying gravity. They look like anti-gravity machines. But we're going to come back and take a look at a video I put together. All I did was make some enhancements, nothing too fancy, and I found something else in this video footage that I found quite fascinating. Also in this video, I have a brand new picture slideshow, new sky phenomena photos sent in from all around the world. But first, here at the website, taking a quick look at the Schumann resonance, you can see an uptick in activity that coincides with an uptick in activity over here at the planetary K index. You can see there's been an increase in geomagnetic activity, and that is right in line with the arrival of a stream of high-speed solar wind from the sun that bumped up the planetary K index for several hours. So no surprise, we were kind of expecting that. Talked about that a few days ago over there at the Space Weather Prediction Center. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera, looking at the seismographs that monitor the mighty supervolcano, and they look about like they did yesterday. A little bit of activity over here at the east entrance, across the northern tier. That's what we've been seeing now for several weeks. Don't see a whole lot of earthquake activity. Do see a couple over here, once again, along the eastern side. But other than that, things are pretty quiet at the supervolcano caldera. I want to take you guys now back to this story about the Navy-confirmed UFOs above a naval ship. And there were more than one, and there were also more than just triangle crafts. And I use that term loosely, just triangle crafts. I've seen a couple of those when I wasn't even looking for them, and they are quite impressive. Here's a close-up view of this one right there, and the one I saw looked like that. It went zipping over my house early in the morning around 5:15 a.m. I was outside looking at the stars. It was a very clear morning, just having a cup of coffee, and out of nowhere came, I've seen two now, I wasn't even looking for either one, and they made no sound. And if they hadn't have tilted, the only way I saw that thing is because it tilted to the left, and when it tilted to the left, it revealed some lights on the bottom of it, and that's what caught my attention. Other than that, I had no idea those things were there. The video footage that was taken on board the USS Russell that filmed this video footage here was more than likely a very expensive piece of equipment. Looks like night vision, and you can see what look like crafts here in the sky. I'm assuming, based off of what we're seeing here, these things are somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe 10, 15, 20,000 feet up. It's difficult to tell. You can see what looks like a triangle craft here at the beginning of the video. I'm going to slow this down. We're going to count how many there actually were, and it looks like there's somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe 8 to 10 that at least are in the view of this camera. There very well could be more. See that stuff right there? Looks like stars. There's two right here in this right there. One went past the other. There were two in that segment. I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to zoom in real close. The video started off showing what appears to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Two very bright ones. More than likely, they are closer to the viewer on board the ship. The other two are probably higher up in the sky, quite possibly even outside the atmosphere. Here is an enhanced view of that same segment I just shared with you guys, and you can clearly see what looked like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 objects in the nighttime sky. And you got to keep in mind, this camera was pointed up to a pitch black sky. This is a night vision camera. This occurred back in July of 2019. And we've been seeing these triangle crafts all over the world for several years now. in the daytime sky and nighttime sky. Here's a couple of more. This is another part of the original video. There's two, one there and one there, and then the camera zooms in on yet a couple of more. So now we're looking at, I think, 9 total. Here's the two in that second segment that I just shared with you guys. That's just a different format. In fact, I think it was X-ray. Here's another one. I pause it, zoom in. Clearly looks like a pyramid / triangle craft. I'm going to take a guess, and all I'm doing is speculating the size of this thing being about 200 feet wide, based off of it being somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 to 20,000 feet in the sky. Could be higher than that. It's difficult to tell, but I'm going to say around 200 feet on all sides. There it is up close again. And then there's another one that comes in sweeping from the left, and it almost makes contact with this one right here, and then they both depart off to the right. Here comes the second one. There's a third one up there too. I think there were 10 total in this video clip. See the one come in from the left? But notice all of the static in the background. See what looked like stars blinking very, very fast? Look at that. That's static. Where's the static coming from? And these machines are apparently defying gravity, just kind of sitting in the sky and then moving around at their own free will. I've seen, like I said, I've seen 2 of these before by sheer accident. I was just sitting outside observing the stars early one morning. I was out looking at Hydra in the eastern sky. And both of these objects that I saw, one was in March and one was in October, they originated from the eastern sky. They were traveling from east to west, made no sound, were quite large. In fact, when I zoomed in and I saw this one here in this video, it reminded me a lot of the one I saw. It was very, very large. I couldn't get over how big it was. I was like, why so big? But they were very impressive. I will say that. Nothing to be afraid of. They were just really super cool. Here they are up close in a different format, and you can see the two taking off what looked like together. Here's another version of the main one that was the brightest, and more than likely what that tells me, that one was the closest to the viewer. See all the static in the sky? Look at all that. That looks like static. Very obvious triangle-shaped, pyramid-shaped craft in the sky, and there were multiples, not just one. I think I counted 10 total, at least 9, maybe 10, and quite possibly more up higher that we couldn't see. Here's the two that moved together. You can see one come in behind that one, and then they take off together. Here it is in fast forward, and you can easily see that there's two objects there. And the one that's the darkest is the one that's closest to the viewer. And again, this was taken on board the USS Russell, using more than likely a very sophisticated, very expensive night vision camera. And it's no telling how many times these things have been flying around the atmosphere, and this is just one of those times that they flew in front of a very sophisticated piece of equipment. Like I said, over the years, you guys have shared probably in the neighborhood of hundreds of photos and various videos over time of triangle-shaped looking objects in the day and nighttime sky. And here's another fine example of these ships caught in action moving around the atmosphere by the U.S. Navy. Awesome video footage. Now I've got a brand new picture slideshow, new sky phenomenon photos sent in from all around the world. Dino out of Australia. Notice what looked like a dinosaur head in the sky. Look at the shape of that cloud, would you? Incredible. This next footage was sent in by Jeff out of Las Vegas when he noticed beams coming up from the horizon, both in the eastern sky and the western sky at sunset. That's looking east, and you can see big beams spanning up into the sky. Looks back over to the west. That's sunset. What that's called are crepuscular rays, and these are called anti-crepuscular rays because they're opposite the sun. That is a real phenomenon. I've seen that before, but if you've never seen it, it is quite puzzling. You think there's two sunsets occurring at the same time. Shannon out of Cedar Grove, Indiana. Spectacular bright gold clouds at sunset. Carlos SkyWatcher out of Portugal. More phenomenal sky photos by Carlos out of Portugal. And you can also find Carlos's YouTube channel linked below down in the description box. Rodney out of South Carolina driving down the highway when he noticed what looked like this weird lateral plume going across the sky. Didn't know if it was fog, if it was smoke. The rest of the sky doesn't appear to have any type of clouds or smoke in it. So what was that he drove through? Still wasn't sure when he sent me the video. Didn't know what this was. And if it was smoke, why was it staying in this capacity? How come it wasn't rising up into the air? And you can see another one down here. So some sort of weird fog noticed by Rodney out of South Carolina. Photo here of the sun sent in by Rocktaw out of Texas. Got what looks like an object over there near the sun at sunset. Stan C out of Oregon. Ominous looking storm clouds, very low to the ground, very wavy, a lot of personality, very photogenic sky. Once again, out of Oregon. Our Fred out of Waynesville, North Carolina. Fiery orange sky at sunrise or sunset. Get a load of those clouds, would you? Very photogenic. Southwest Florida, Melissa noticed a glowing cloud top about 25,000 feet up into the sky. This too was casting beams across the skyline. Jeff out of Louisville, Kentucky noticed this spectacular double-decker rainbow over their community. Very intense, low to the ground. Looks like a big gateway portal in the sky. Great job, guys. Keep the photos coming. If you have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. All of the photos end up here at the Sky Phenomena Photo Gallery at the website, and sometimes I'll use them in a video just like you saw right here. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.